How should I do it? How should I do it? Should I do it like this? Should I be like this? Like,
What do you say? Put me on the front of the grill like this?
You know, we live, we live, we live. You know what it is. Go ahead. You know, it's your boy Six Deuce. You know what it is. Go ahead there, Pistols.
Shouts out to you, everybody out there. You know what time it is. It is that SR broadcast in the building. Shouts out to all the super righteous out there, to all the ones out there rocking this shit. Let's get this going. Let's go ahead. Shouts out to you, Six Deuce. I see you up on top. But tonight we got a lovely guest, Annex the Truth, Serum. Let's get it on Denver, Colorado in the house.
What it do? It's actually Aurora, Colorado. I love Denver. I'm in Denver.
Correction.
Now my studio is in Denver.
Correction.
We got Wave Records.
Wave Records
Nice.
in Denver. Okay, I got you. Yeah, no. So let's go ahead and throw it up. Let's go ahead and do it. Throw our A's up. Everybody out there. Aurora, Colorado in the mix. What's up, Naya? I see you back there, baby. We had a great interview, a great one with Naya. We had a great interview. I definitely use it as a therapeutic formation that night. You know, I do the best things that I can for this platform, and I do it at a level so it's seen at such a greatness. You see what I'm saying? And me and Naya's interview, man, I was able to ask him questions. I was able to get down to the nitty gritty, and that's what I want to do tonight with you, Annex. With you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
So let's break it down right now. Where are you originated from? We're going to ask those questions. Yes. Let's get those out of the way because we got some deeper ones that are coming.
Well, I was born in a little town in Compton, California called Kelly Park.
Kelly Park? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So like how old were you when you were living over there?
I moved to Colorado when I was 5.
When you were
I started kindergarten.
Okay. I know it's kind of weird, but do you ever have like dreams of it? Like, do you have dreams of California?
I have a photographic memory. I remember everything about it.
So yeah, so basically you just right there, and you're like, damn, you can just feel those palm trees, man. Because I tell you what, those palm trees hit different, especially in California, brother. I've been to the East Coast, and shouts out to the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, Six Deuce knows what I'm talking about. He's over there. He's like, damn. He's like, I need to go get a palm tree right now. You know, we're gonna go dig one up.
Now where I'm at.
I've been back a couple times too.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Visiting family, and I just went back to do a song for my little homie Justice from the Springs. He got a song. He just bought 4 beats from Rollo Styles, Nipsey Hussle's cousin. He did the marathon.
On the Nipsey Hussle.
Yes, sir.
You definitely had me caught off guard right there because I was sitting there jamming out to you, brother, man. You see what I'm saying? And definitely I forgot to turn off the intro music. You know what I'm saying? I forgot to turn that off, you know? But yeah, we lost right there, man. But definitely yeah. What is so when you came to Colorado when you were 5, where did you directly go? Did you go to Denver? Did you move somewhere to a littler city, or did you go to Aurora directly?
Hilarious. I was living with my sister. We was living like down the street from here on what was it, like Syracuse, like right when it's like Mountain View and Syracuse.
Okay.
Them apartments.
So
I lived there for like a year or 2 years, and then my parents bought their house.
Okay.
They was like separating a little bit by the time I was like coming, and then they got back together around that time.
So like when you were a kid, man, and you were growing up in the A, things were different, huh?
What's up?
When you were a kid growing up in the A, you know, things were different, huh?
Oh, hella. It's kind of like how the Springs is now. Like when I go out to the Springs and chop it up and stuff, I be just
Shouts out Colorado Springs. Shouts out Colorado Springs.
Because the way it's building up, it got that old Aurora vibe. Like I kind of miss it. Like where it was like a town that's building. Then all the weed came, and then now there's 75,000 skyscrapers all over the place.
Yeah, no, definitely. I know when they legalized it, because before, let's just be honest. Let's be honest. It's not like it stopped us before out here in Colorado. We were little potheads from the get-go. We was out here chiefing it like Rastas, like we was always blazing. But when that got legalized, it's like it did change the game. It changed it so dramatic. Everything, I hate to say it, everything to me became a lot watered down. It was not, it wasn't what we recollected as kids. You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, for me, I never actually did the 420 rallies and all that stuff. Like my older cousin, I made my first mixtape called The Boondocks based off it because we grew up like brothers. And it was like, he was like Riley and I was like Huey, but he was the older one. And like, he used to always sneak off downtown. He used to kick it with his homies, wear the Jinkos and shit, smoke bud downtown at the Capitol. I just, even with having a weed show and like being with One Blunt Radio and all that stuff, I just never found myself as a person going to the Capitol and smoke weed in front of the feds.
Yeah, no, I got you. Basically,
I like my name on lips.
There's a lot of characteristics like that, man. A lot of I want to say a lot of OGs, a lot of big homies and stuff. They're like, man, like even though that's legalized, we don't put it out there like that. You see what I'm saying? Like there's some functions you'll go to, and it's like, hey, man, hey, I can just smoke right here. Like, yeah, I know you can, but we don't just put it out there like that. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? You have a different morale. You know what I'm saying? You have a different mentality. And you told me you have a photographic mentality, So that speaks a lot right there. That tells me, you know what I'm saying? Like you're really on point. You don't really want to be off guard or off point at all, and that's amazing characteristics to hold right there too, and I just wish the youth, and I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to all of you, the youth, each and every one of you out there. I'm just hoping that you guys can learn from this. You guys can listen, you guys can grow, because we're going to keep talking, we're going to keep going, we're going to keep growing, and every second matters here at SR Broadcast, baby. You know what time it is. Shouts out to you, ANNEX, through SERUM.
Thank you.
Definitely. So fast forward. We're gonna fast forward. When you were 12, when you were 11 years old, what were you doing then? Were you like riding on bikes? Were you out there in the canals and the creeks, or was you out there, macking on little shorties, little honeys, and making love songs? What were you doing?
So really, that's really all. I was one of them kids that used to stay outside, like literally till the sun, till them street lights came on. I stay outside, and then like at that same time, my older cousin Mario, he from Kansas City, so he like came out here and he was like addicted to rapping, addicted to it. I mean, when I say he used to rap all the time, he had his little boombox, he had his little tapes. He wasn't allowed to play all his tapes. He was only allowed to play Computer Love from Roger and Zach. That's it. Nothing else. So we just had to freestyle to that. And he used to make me and my other cousin, Ricky, freestyle to that for hours. I'm talking about hours. And I didn't even like rapping back then.
Yeah. No, definitely. He's like, I was forced into this. I was forced into this.
100%. They used to force that was beyond peer pressure.
So when did it become something that you wanted to do? When did it become something that you were like, I enjoy this? Because I know for a fact, I know a lot about you. I know a lot about your career. I don't know everything though. I'm not a wizard, but I'm not a Wizard of Oz. No, check this out. But no, what I'm really getting at is that I know that you're doing more things than just one. You're painting with more colors than just one. And your designs are multiplied by multiplied, so it's like there's so much going on. You're making beats, You're right there. You're producing. You're doing large showcase events. You're hooking up sound systems and taking care of sound for massive requirements. You've been doing this for the longest. You've been studying. You've been going to school. You've been definitely working at the studio over there with Naya. And to top it all off, I know that you have your own merchandise too as well that you press up and you definitely push and you do too as well. You have large entities all around you, so it's like, man, where do we go from there?
Really, it's for me, like, I built all this because, like, I like Michael Jackson growing up as a kid. Like, he was the best director. Like, still to this day, I kind of don't see anybody as a better director than Michael Jackson. I've never seen better music videos, damn near better TV shows and movies. Like, the stuff he had was like, I mean, I know he was getting people like Steven Spielberg and stuff like that to be the director of photography. But yeah, he was like the director though. Like, he came out with these amazing ideas and he built teams around him to like facilitate that. And that's kind of, I feel like the only thing that Colorado is missing is it's not just people working together, like it's actual teams building like large scale projects like that. It's just not a thing out here yet because all the people with the ability to do that, they're all trying to like play this just me game. And it's like, just by yourself, you can only go so far. But like, I just watched it, and I watched that Mufasa earlier. It was like, when you go as a group, you can go farther.
Real talk. And real quick, I don't interrupt you. I want to say real quick before I head out, because I do got to get to my daughter. Big shout out to everybody tapping in, and most importantly, shout out to ANNEX, the truth serum. You already know the deal. Make sure y'all go follow, like, comment, subscribe, run them up on YouTube, run them up on all platforms, run them up on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere he's available. Go run him up. Big shout out to David Pistols. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to all the co-hosts. Big shout out to all of our partners. You already know it's Super Righteous Broadcast. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all show love tonight. Shout out to who else tapping in. Shout out to Randy Jean Lovely One tapping in. Ben Riddle and Terps. It's your boy Six Deuce, one of your co-hosts here. Thank you guys. Make sure you guys have a lovely and great night. I will be in the background. It doesn't stop here. We will not be ending it. I just will get off the screen, let y'all do y'all thing, and it's a blessing. Thank you for rocking with us. Hope you guys have a great segment. Y'all got this. Do your thing, Dad.
Hey, so honestly, Annex, tell the strippers to not come out on camera now. He said he's gonna be in the background watching. All right, we got PG it up real quick. PG it up real quick.
He jumped back
That's the
in.
boss,
Hey,
man. Salute to you, Six Deuce.
You got a couple.
He's like, you're fired. I was like, oh shit. No, but check this shit out, man. Shouts out to you, brother, man. Now that I get you, we get into. I'm gonna put you in a guillotine right now. I'm gonna get you. Ready? I been waiting to have an interview with you from the minute I seen you perform last year when we went to Wyoming. As you know, we went out there. We went to a little 4th of July event. It was a little private event. Shouts out to OG, Little Loco out there. Steady getting money. Shouts out. You know what time it is?
Man. Good man.
Yeah, definitely. You went out there and I seen you perform, and I've known you for years. Let's not beat around that bush right there. I've known you for years. But I actually got to really see you perform. And it wasn't the best sound setup. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the largest crowd. And you
I like the way the studio looked. The setup is great.
Thank you. I really admire you guys as more. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, if you could we get a 360 of the room real quick?
That's all the champ gear.
We got the 125 belt champ on the team, Aaron Lopez. Shout out Aaron Lopez. That's his gear right there.
Sign merch. The Sasquatch, the Yetis. Got the tie-dye. Wes.
What's up?
You know, HR.
Yo.
The talent. Naya.
HR's in the building. Definitely put the strippers away.
Got a little booth.
That's amazing. What kind of microphone are you guys recording off of?
It's a Rode NT1.
Hey.
Oh, it's a Rode NT1A.
Yeah.
There we go. He corrected me. I read somewhere it's the closest thing you can get as an emulation for the Neumann U87. Since I got pretty much all the plugins, you know.
So how long have you been engineering for altogether?
Since I was about 14, after my cousins left, I started freestyling a lot when I walked to school and shit. And then my homeboy, really it was my homegirl, the homegirl Risa Melvin, her older brother, he was in my English class. And like my boy Al B's was talking to somebody and they was having a conversation and he'd be recording. But like I never actually ever hung out with Al B's before. I just talked to him a couple times before. So while they was talking about something, recording the song, he was sitting next to me and I was sitting there like, damn, man, I can't wait till I'm able to record. And he looked at me, he was like, I got the software. I was like, you got it? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, what I got to do to get it? He says it's $10. I was like, I had that tomorrow. I pulled up, got the little, he was like, you ain't gonna get it to work though. I was like, I'm gonna get this shit to work. I had the little computer with the microphone at the top, the little dot with the little, instead of, that was before webcams was in that little space above the computer.
Yup.
I got that microphone to work. I recorded my whole neighborhood within like the first 2-3 weeks. Rich had came through with the homie Laurie and the homie Brandon.
Shouts out to Rich, Filthy Rich. Shouts out to you, brother man. We see you out there, brother man. That is a pioneer in the hip hop industry of Aurora, Colorado, Denver, Colorado. Stand up.
Rich recording. I just talked to him. I was just texting him about the crypto.
That motherfucker don't need no crypto.
Yeah,
hey, yo, Rich.
That's the
Fuck your body, Rich.
Jokes.
Nah, but hey, nah, man. Honestly, so you started off like that. You started recording everybody in the hood. You learned it. You know, where did you end up from there? Like, did you obviously you evolved, but what was the next step from there? Like, I just really want to keep going in like a rope. I want you to take me on this journey with you like a rope. I want you to let us hear this and listen to this, because we got people out there that might not be watching right now, but tomorrow on their way to work, when they're at work, when they're driving home from work, you know what they're going to be tuning into, what they're going to be tapping on. It's that SR broadcast. Shouts out to everybody out there, all of our supporters worldwide. Shouts out to you, baby. You know what it is? It is David Pistols, the host with the most. Let's get it going, man. Make it slap a scene like you're seeing a ghost. Yeah, check it. I got ANNEX, the true serum right here in front of us. Pure greatness. So we're going to keep on tapping on this. We're going to keep on going. So remember, I said that rope, brother. So
what happened was my homeboys, they kind of rap, but they didn't really rap. So they was always coming through, but it was just usually drunk nights and shit where they just spit off little freestyles, and then we try to piece it together and laugh about it over the weekday, listening to it back when we go to class and shit. But then when I enrolled in the 10th grade, standing right in front of me was Rich's best friend, Brandon, Ako Beezy, he playing on the drop. He got a whole bunch of songs in rotation on 104.7. So
shouts out Ako Beezy.
So when he started, when he was standing in front of me, we was talking about some music stuff, and then it just ended up being like, I told him I got the studio. He was like, for real? And then he started pulling up. I mean, like, he's the most prolific rapper, like, from Colorado. Like, I watched him personally freestyle a double disc right out of prison, like off the dome. It's called Saudi Aurora. So, like, from him coming in, then it started being more, everybody was like, they wanted to make real songs because he can freestyle a whole real song like every 2 minutes. So then everybody else realized, it just make everybody tighten up. It's that Tupac effect. And then between Rich, Laurie, and Brandon, Ako Beezy, the way that they group, it's called the committee. The way they were set up, all three of them can really rap. So they was like in high school rapping at like G-Unit level. You know what I'm saying? And then they grew up. Their best friend is Double O Perv, Julox's little brother. So like Julox was going on tours and stuff and like actually performing real shows, and they got to open up for Julox. So like they get to go on tour with him and get in hotel rooms and stuff. So I got to watch that as a kid, and they like recording their first songs with me.
Yeah,
So,
amazing artists right there. Except for Julox, I've gotten to work with each and every one of those artists, man. And definitely, they are amazing artists.
My first apartment, like the first one, I was like not living in that, because I started all this in my parents' house, and I recorded like 1,000 artists out of my parents' house. But then me and the homies,
I bet, man. I bet you are the engineer of the ACO, man. You are the go-to guy, you know. And honestly, I go to you for all of my work, you know. And I see that a lot of other people definitely they flock to that too as well. You know, they love your work. They love the amount of energy you put into it. You know what I'm saying? It's just not an easy field to be in. You know, sometimes it gets tedious. Sometimes it gets hard. Sometimes you run into these brick walls. And for some reason, I've always seen personally with my own eyes, and I'm pretty sure people have heard. You know, it's word of mouth out here. But it's like you always are that person to not just settle for that and say, well, it's okay. This can't be done now. You know, hold on. Let's figure this out together. Let's figure this out. Like you're very calm and collective.
It's not that it can't be done now. It just probably can't be done here. So you just go over here.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, that's a great mentality to have. And that's where I really stress on the youth. Yes, you, each and every one of you out there, all of you, the youth. It's like you just got to be patient. And that's what I really wish that I could have more charisma at, is having patience. You know what I'm saying? Patience with people, patience with love, patience with everything around me, patience with my career, because it does take patience to run this field. And definitely with you, Annex, I can see that you have that. You have that stature, you know, that withstance. And it's like you can definitely compose yourself at the proper moments and times, you know. But don't get me wrong, you're very explosive too. Like when you perform.
But a lot of things are like, for people like me, I got to learn like manifestation early, because like my neighbor was the distributor for Explosion magazine, and he just used to give me stacks of the magazine and tell me I could sell them or I could just hand them out in school. I went to school and sold them for $10 a watt, because there was an underground magazine. It was like fucking double XL, but it was like on the rappers we listened to on the West Coast. Like they had the Jackers article when he died. Like they had, like it was like their own stuff, an actual tribute to an artist that was always in the magazine. Like, and that was like back when magazines mattered, because I used to buy double XL and Source magazines when I was a kid.
So you would you're a big time reader. You're big on literature.
No, not on Source Magazine. Those was like fucking art pieces. Them shits was like I had the Lil Jon cover. I had the 50 Cent cover with the aftermath, the shady aftermath. Like they was like fucking shit you could put on your wall, but it was like collectibles. Like that shit was that was art. That shit was like high art. Like I like reading the articles and everything. Really, I just read the editorials and stuff because like the editor's the only person who really get his opinion off anyway. So I read the editorial and then I read like on my favorite artists. That's pretty much it. But outside of that, it'd be like the cover of the actual magazine back in the day. Like those matter. Like a lot of this stuff that like is lost on hip hop right now was the stuff that mattered. Like your album cover mattered. Like to hold that CD in your hand, open it up, slide the CD out, and read every single credit from who engineered this song. Who like that's how I became a good engineer. I started learning about Louis Resto, and I started learning about motherfucking Robert Rebeck doing Tech Nine shit. I've still never heard a better engineer in rap music than Robert Rebeck. Like period. Like never. There's no better like. He was doing like the shit that like Dre and fucking Diddy was doing with the fucking like the sound effects with the albums and shit. But like his shit was like crystal clear. The sonics on that shit was like perfect. But that's like a lot of people don't get good mixes no more, so they don't even care about like like shit that like it mattered. It like hella mattered back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, the amount of energy that people had to put in on their careers and their projects.
The amount of money. So just what you saying, energy, like the big homie Kush, he was talking about it when he first got the studio time. He was like still hustling and stuff. Got his homeboy TD, who was the real rapper in the group. Like Kush never saw himself as the rapper in the group. This nigga literally was paying for his studio time, so he'd be like the manager type background hype man homie. Like how Rich was doing with the homie Echo Beezy.
Shouts out to Dr. DB Kush tomorrow night. Everybody out there, SR broadcast 9 p.m. Mountain Time. Tune in. You guys are in for a very good treat tomorrow. So remember who loves you. David Pistols loves you. Let's get it going.
Yeah, so like for me, I got to learn like all of those old school techniques and stuff because I was in the studio with like the Riri and Allison Wrights and stuff, like straight out of high school, like mixing small projects for like artists that I'm just getting to know and stuff like that. Like Allison Wright, like a once in a lifetime kind of like singer, like her vocal ability is like it's like an underrated talent. Like to actually sit back because I've like had like auto tune on and like heard really good singers sing with auto tune on and it sounds really good. And then I've heard like Allison Wright with dry vocals and it still sounds like nobody could even get that strong of a voice, that like smooth, like hitting melodies that like you can't hit on auto tune. Like if you can't sing, you can't sing like her. Like it's a difference between singing and singing, and like I just got a wealth of knowledge from just being around people like that. She's like on a lot of Interstate Ike songs.
Okay.
Most of his religious type. Once he started that Blessed Gang stuff up, like that's when we started getting in the church, and then getting in the church with Allison. I met her through my homie Scooby's a producer. He like made a whole he became a gospel producer. So he went from secular music to gospel music, and then he had me. It was like the first album I like mixed and mastered the whole way through, and it was like it's Dang, I'm 15 years old now. Whew.
15 years.
Yeah, it's like Calvin Kennedy. Dang. Oh, I forgot the name of that album now. I don't want to mess it up. I know it's like a Bible passage type.
Do you
I
ever
don't
think
even know.
about doing gospel music yourself?
No, I do more positive music just in general. I just kind of like I'm just telling you real stories. I mean, that's kind of the most gospel you're gonna get is my actual real testimony.
Yeah. Yeah. Amazingly put right there. Amazingly put right there. So definitely when did you start getting paid for this?
You know?
When did
So
you start
it started with
getting
engineering
your
because like
hand in a bag for your career?
I started engineering in high school. The homie Charlie helped me. He like really wanted to get in there. So after I probably recorded like a couple thousand songs with my homies and a couple thousand songs with Rich and them and with AKB and L Smith. And as we got through all of that, like pretty much I had a little handle on it. I wasn't that great of an engineer yet, but I was like getting good enough to you can listen to yourself and it don't fuck up or nothing. It's just it ain't the crispiest mix. But I think I was like 18, 17, 18, started making money at it because he started being regular and then I started getting like I probably had like 3, 4 other people. I was selling burnt CDs at the time. I was the CD man, DVD man. And
You said the
it was like,
CD and DVD man?
oh yeah, I was the bootleg man. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Back in the
I
day.
remember them A-Cole bootlegs. Oh, I loved them.
Oh,
I loved them, man,
that
for
was my
real.
favorite time.
Always
That
go
was my
out,
favorite time.
get the carne asada fries, get the 2 large ones, go home with the family. Wait a minute. We got to get one of them little $5 bootlegs right there. Come on, baby. Come over here. Come choose one of them. Come choose one of them. You know what
Now
I'm
at this age, I realized I was making more money than my teachers in high school. I was like, I didn't get all this, like, because I'm also working at Popeyes. So I was working at the Popeyes over on Colfax and Chambers. I'm doing all of this all at the same time.
So I know you just said, I don't mean to cut you off at all, but I definitely want to touch base on this too. We're just kind of exploring everything. We're exploring your mentality. We're exploring your mind right now. Man, I know you said Colfax and Chambers. So for everybody out there that's from Aurora, Colorado, that's been to Aurora, Colorado, that's ever heard about Aurora, Colorado, I know that Colfax and Chambers is the pretty good point of the city. I know that that's right down the street. Literally, I want to say not even 5 blocks, 4 blocks from Hinkley High School. And that's one of the most active.
That's how I got the job. Senior Ditch Day. My
That's
homie
how.
Willie quit. My homie Willie quit. That nigga said, "Yo, I'm done." He came in my math class. I was like, "For real?" He was like, "You want the job? Go up there. He probably gonna hire your ass."
Yeah,
It was
no, no.
Senior Ditch Day. I went up there for my extended lunch.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. I know that it's a very active neighborhood right there. You know, it's a melting pot. It's a multitude of different ethnicities, different gangs, cultures, you know, so definitely I want to really speak on that. Uh definitely did you run across any of that violence in those areas right there? You know, obviously that is predominantly the hood. That's the projects Aurora, Colorado, right there. That's basically a point. That's an access point right there. And I just definitely want to know your stance on that. Those activities and stuff. Like, do you recollect a time in your life where you participated in those goon behaviors?
Yeah, like that's pretty much that's my area. That's where I grew up. My sister pretty much moved across the street. You know where Weatherstones, like when we start to go up, like from 13th,
Mm-hmm.
she used to live across the street in them apartments right there in the townhome. Little mini apartment.
Yeah, definitely.
So like
I have some I have some memories. It's not the best memories. It's not the ones where I'm the proudest, but I do remember there was time where obviously race plays into a lot of things, and cultures collide. Cultures they dominate, and sometimes it's one over the other, or it's just a battle for seniority right there, and man, I remember being there, and I can't lie, man, I was right there, and I remember getting ran up on by like 30 brothers, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there, and at that point in time, it's like I definitely can't hate anybody for that, because being active and being in activities like that, man, it's like you don't complain. You signed up for something, and it's like, hey, you're in their territory. You're in it. It's there. There's a lot of gang activity over there. And I remember there's a time I'm sitting there swinging for my life throughout the hood right there, and I just want to know. Did you ever have to feel that?
For me, not until like Most Hated and stuff like that came into, and like Storming 80s and the Homicide, like all that, until that kind of started forming and actually being formal games. Like Aurora really was more of like all the East Side in Park Hill, and all the like the West Side gangs and stuff would just come out to Aurora to live. Like, and it would be like a melting pot of all these different gangs, until that melting pot of gangs, like they kids grew up and they became Storming 80s and Most Hated. So then it became Aurora gangs. Because like there wasn't Aurora gangs when I first moved out here. It was like Aurora was like really strictly a real white area, but like barely.
It was a suburb.
It was, yeah. I mean, like it wasn't even. And then like over the time, it was just more and more.
They cultivated us.
Getting money to move. They was getting money to get out the hood though, to move into the suburbs at the time. But I mean, it's kind of like Compton. Compton was a suburb, and then it's not. So it's kind of where Aurora caught up in the past 30 years.
Yeah, no, all the way down past Dayton, it's bad,
Yeah, that's pretty much where it started looking like Compton.
I definitely have heard that from a few partners before, growing up, definitely there's a lot of people that
Compton looks like from Havana to like Quebec. All of Compton looks like that.
Yeah, see that's definitely what I've heard. Definitely I've had some partners, like I said, they I'm not going to say stragglers, but you meet people throughout your years of living, and definitely I've met a lot of people coming, and when they hit Aurora and they hit the projects of Aurora, Colorado, they come back and they always say, man, that reminds me of Compton, like a little baby Compton, like a little baby Compton, and it's just like, don't get me wrong, not all of Aurora's like that, but it's pretty safe to say the hood starts from Gateway all the way over to Hinckley, and it drops back down.
You ain't seen my apartments on the news? The Venezuelans ran up in there and kidnapped them 15 people.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about that real quick, if I can ask you questions.
2 weeks ago.
So what's going on? Like, what happened right there? Because I didn't see the
I
news. I
woke
didn't see
up.
the
I
media.
woke up. A1 called me. He was like, "Your apartment's on the news. So my old apartment, you helped me move into."
Mm-hmm.
Dudes from Venezuela kidnapped 15 Venezuelans, took them all into one apartment. They let one of them out, and that one snitched and called the cops. Now they gonna deport all of them back to Venezuela. They're going to deport all of the people who were just kidnapped.
So they get
Back.
kidnapped and now they get deported.
Yes, 100%, bro.
I understand that there's a line in all of this, and I'm going to be dead honest when I say this. You know, I'm not one to sit here and politic on Uncle Sam's rules or a white man's rules, you know, and I hate to say it like that, but, you know, definitely me, it's like, man, I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how I get it. I get that they have to come over here legally and they got to go through a process, you know, but I don't understand how they can be victimized themselves, but then shipped off back to where they
Back in the
ran
circus
from
center.
to come over here for a better life. You know, like if they, I could understand if they were the ones doing this and doing that, you know, and doing nefarious things. I could understand. Okay, let's go
There
ahead,
you
pack
go.
them up, and let's send them back and let's get them out of here. You know, I could understand that definitely from that deficit, but I just can't understand it. It's like if you got a woman, I get it. She might be illegal. You know, she has to go through her process, but what if you have a woman that was taken hostage and kidnapped, and then all of a sudden because she was saved, then now she's basically put into another position of danger. You know, it's like why doesn't, and this is where I'm saying I don't want to sit here and politic or speak about the white rules of the white thumb, you know, but it's like why wouldn't they help these people that are in those positions become legal, like get legal citizenship properly out here. You know, obviously they're going through something, they're feeling the deficit of America at a different nature, you know, something that they're not being able to see at a clarity on TV, you know, all the way, especially where they probably come from. You know, they hear about the American dream and they're out here for the American dream. And once that folds, you know, it's like, it's kind of like serving food, you know, like if you served it wrong, you know, if you didn't serve that food warm properly, you know, you got to make it right somehow. So I don't know. It's kind of like it's
I
a
feel
real
like
torn.
I'm not into politics like that, but like I did pay attention in social studies, and it does say like people in that position they get granted citizenship instantly. So like the fact that they keep changing all the rules is showing me we might need to get more into politics because they keep changing all the rules.
And you know what? That is a good thing too, because everybody out there, you know, for the longest, you know, you follow UFO culture, you follow gang culture. You're on there, you're like, let me go ahead and type this in. I want to type in this gang and type in that gang. I want to see this activity and that activity. But it's like, man, why even do that? There's nothing for that right there. You know,
Well,
definitely.
the thing is, like people like us, we have to kind of facilitate for the youth because, like, we actually have been exposed to like the high arts, like big productions and stuff. Like even the stuff that we like. You take me to that El Gacho and seeing like that he's like being
Shouts
Mexican
out El
Beezy out here
Gacho.
in
Shouts out
Colorado.
Paisa
Like
movement.
he is doing Young Jeezy, Gucci Mane size stuff. Like throwing he's got his own little community, and like like he don't need, like he's like a Texas artist. He don't need outside of Colorado. He's good. Like he has such a woven fan base that like he's good because he already has like all the great opening acts and all that stuff, and then he's throwing like pretty big shows. So he's pretty good just on doing shows. Like people being in good positions.
Yeah.
Knowing how to capitalize on these good positions too.
Yeah, no, definitely. He he has been known definitely for his engagements, man, and definitely his footwork, his groundwork. He is a powerhouse in the uh hip hop community, you know. Definitely he is just thriving, you know, and shouts
What
out
I've
to him.
learned from all of them type of people is that like all of us, we have to like double down on doing like podcasts and media and stuff. Cause like some of us will build so much momentum on the actual I'm doing shows and I'm got features with this person and I'm like I'm doing all of this on this side, but like it's a marketing side too. And like most artists, like even the biggest artists like you see all of these other artists ain't like Drake putting $100,000, $200,000 into every song and trying to make it number one. Like they don't gamble on themselves. And that's the real thing I'm hoping changes in this world right now because I'm trying to be that change for myself. Just start gambling on myself instead of gambling on this job, gambling on this business. Like just gamble on myself first. Because if I feel like we all individually invest into ourselves personally, then we can invest in everything else. That's where we get the finances for everything else. It's like as long as I pursued a lot of things, like from being at such an early age of 14 to 18, I didn't really know recording all those songs was my audio engineering school. And then like once I started really charging for studio time, then it was like it took me into like so I read that book Mastery from Robert Greene and he's like 10,000 hours is when you become a master. And like probably around 19, I was probably at my 10,000 hours as an audio engineer. But then, like, from 19 to 25 is when I was like, start really recording everybody. And then, like, you get another 10,000 hours. And that was when I started entering into going into film school. So once I was going into film school, I was already like 20, yeah, near 30,000 hours into recording.
You know, I have to ask this. You know, I have to ask this. Here at SR Broadcast, we ask the most amazing questions ever right here. So check this out. How long do you think it's going to be before we hear some Venezuelan rap music coming out of Aurora Trap? Aurora
Oh, it's
Trap,
coming.
Colorado.
It's like, look, even when I just said all of that, how I don't feel like they should be just deported like that. I did get my car stolen by some Venezuelans 2 weeks ago as well.
Oh, okay. Did they ever find it?
Yeah, and my brother found it in his parking lot while he was pumping up his tire after work.
In his parking lot.
Yeah, he stood up and looked over. I just changed my fucking headlights 2 days before it got stolen.
Okay.
Oh, and here's the funny part. It got stolen at Cush's house. His name is Dr. DB. The DB stands for Doughboy. My brother's hood name was Doughboy. It got stolen from my homeboy Doughboys and got dropped off at my brother Doughboys.
That is insanity. That's insane. Was your vehicle damaged anyway? Was it messed up at all?
They fucked up my 4-wheel drive for a little bit. They stole all my shit that was in the car.
Yeah.
I
Definitely it's
got a new one of these little phone holders, and I'm using it right now for my car. They even stole my phone holder.
like they're like, here, let me make a phone call real quick. Rip,
Man,
chop, bang, shaboom. You know what I'm saying?
got him.
I don't know. That's a whole different gut right there that they're carrying. You know what I'm saying? They might fuck around, siphon the gas and start drinking that shit. You know what I'm saying?
They stuck with that fentanyl. They had all that fentanyl all over the place. They cut up 7-Eleven Slurpee straws.
They cut off. Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's touch base about Aurora, Colorado. I want to know about drugs in Aurora, Colorado.
What you mean?
I want to know about what is it like out there with the drugs. Is it
Oh, they mess with these fentanyls. So when I was just living over there on 12th in Dallas, they I had my car was in the shop because my 4-wheel drive had broke apart back then. So I'm going to the train station. Every stop on the bus, they're all huddled up like 10, 15 deep, huddled around smoking them blues on every bus stop. You get on the train all the way from here on Colfax down to Parker. Every stop is just huddled up, and they just all huddled around doing the fentanyls. Fentanyl and took over the world. They're making them zombies. It's the zombie apocalypse. It's in the Bible. It ain't crap.
Yeah. Unfortunately, earlier this year,
this is different.
Unfortunately, this year I've had a best friend of mine, and I know that you've gotten a chance to actually meet him. When you were filming my music videos, we drove out there to a little city called Byers, and we went out there, and I had my crazy homeboy
with 1 million guns.
Yeah, we might not be able to say that on the live like that, but hey, honestly,
It's still for protection. This is for entertainment purposes only.
He's like, yeah, water guns. Yeah, water guns. I swear. I swear.
Emoji when you need it.
Nah, but basically what it was is that's my friend right there. Unfortunately, he passed away. He overdosed off of fentanyl. He just got out of prison. He was looking at some serious prison time. He was looking at about I want to say 15 years plus. He was going through a situation that was really hard on him, and definitely he ended up getting bailed out. His dad didn't want to bail him out. Nobody wanted to bail him out until his dad ended up finally just giving in and bailing him out last minute, and it was the worst mistake ever. He got out, and he was clean. When he was locked up, he was able to get clean. He was able to get the sobriety that he needed to stay alive, And when he got out, he just went and he had a relapse, and they actually have him on videotape. I used to live over there off of what was it, Xenia and 11th, right there off of what was that?
Dayton.
Yeah, right there. It was like what was it, Dayton and Colfax? It was right there off of Dayton and 11th. So yeah, they ended up finding him in an alley over there, and they have it on videotape. It is pretty heartbreaking. I believe they have it on videotape, and it shows him walking in and out until he walks up and he has a conversation with this elderly man, and I ain't gonna lie, like crackhead looking man, but definitely sitting there having a engagement with him until you see in the video the guy hand him something, and then he goes and gets in the car and he doesn't get back out. And basically what it was is he handed him a blue, and he ended up eating that, and he overdosed off of fentanyl that morning. So it's very sad. Drugs definitely cripple, and not just that person. It cripples everybody around them. So I could only imagine. I remember coming from Aurora, Colorado, when there was nothing. It was fields. It was dandelions. It was those little, and you could just walk through the fields and
I've known a lot of drug dealers growing up as a kid. Like I mean, I'm a Koufax baby. So like,
Yeah.
we had a lot of drug dealers, but like, just the difference in this drug is just different. Like the way
It
the people at the bus stop act, they literally walk around like zombies, like the Night of the Living Dead. Like I got off the elevator, and like right when the doors open, the dude fell back into the elevator and was like, and slobber came down like that, and he was really walking like this, and his friend right behind him was walking like it, and all the other people that was already standing out there was walking like that.
let's just put it like this, and let's put it on notice. Let's put it on note right now. An Aurora, Colorado native to an Aurora, Colorado native. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. You know, if we were to go back to high school today and this type of stuff was happening, we would not be playing sports. We would not be rapping. We'd be out there with our homies, our goons, our partners, and we would be
No, I
beating this
wouldn't.
shit and
No,
checking
because
everybody on the corners.
I was running around with everybody still doing stupid stuff back then, but like I had a place to go lock in at. Like the second that I got that little studio, we recorded probably a couple hundred songs on it. Then Al B's gave me sound, what was that Sony Acid Pro. So then I really felt like I had the real studio now. Then I got Cubase, and then I finally got Pro Tools. Once I graduated to Pro Tools, I ain't never really looked back. And then like now between having Fruity Loops and Reason and all of these, like when I was a kid, that was the fake studio. And then like by the time I was an adult, I was the real studio.
So basically,
Like
you didn't let your environment make you or break you. You know,
I'm
you
on the environment. This is my environment. I'm a terraform. I mean, like they say we're children of God. Like we can do whatever we want. We can build whatever we want.
What is the best thing you've ever built?
I would say it'd be a tie between me just doing 720 films in general, me getting that studio over on Colfax and Hudson, because I had the rooftop and I could chill out there all night, every night, like just chill on top of the roof in the building. It's like 24 hours. We had 1,000 square feet in the premises and then another 3,000 in the parking lot. Like it was just freeing. It was very freeing. That was like, and then I would say Long Way, because like Long Way is just one of the coolest things ever. The owner of the building did $4,000 worth of work for free. He built all of that shit. It was an empty room when we walked in there. And that's what I'm saying. Like some things just come together. Cause like me and Mike Gangster and like the whole team, we was down to put all the money in to get the stuff built. But he just turned to me to homie Mike and was like, yo, I'll do all. He was like, he said, I own a construction company. I can build the room out however you need it.
Do you ever remember? Do you ever remember any sad moments in California?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you want
We had
to?
drive by, kind
A drive by?
probably yeah, nobody died or nothing, but like it was bad. It was like I was watching TV and they shot through the TV. I was watching Yogi Bear. My parents was having a card game. I think my brother was locked up at the time, but it might have been for him because he was crippin'. But my sister was kind of also crippin', and so was my other brother. He wasn't like hella crippin' like that, but the brother was still crip.
Definitely. Is that why you guys chose to move out to Colorado?
Yeah, so they shot out my dad's windows. My dad's first new car. He had one of them Honda Cells, a little stick shift. He fixed it. he fixed the back window and the panel. And he told me himself, he was like, I fixed that back window and the panel, and they shot that shit up again. He was like, I ain't gonna keep getting this shit fixed every week. And his cousin moved out here doing, my dad was a welder. My dad's cousin was a welder. So he did them giant ass pipes, them 50 footers and shit, 75 footers.
Do you still have a relationship with your dad?
My dad has passed away, but I was always close to my dad. Just when he moved, because he moved from here to back to Mississippi when I was 19, and he passed when I was like 23.
Were you close with him?
Yeah, hella. My dad grew up out here with me my whole life until 19.
Do you look like him?
A mix of my dad and my mom.
A mix. Man. I bet he was excited. I bet he'd be so proud to see everything that you're doing now, man. I bet he would.
Well, he never
Definitely
even
enjoy
got to see that because he kind of left when I was 19. So like by the time I started recording, he saw all the people coming over to record back when it was still for free type stuff. And he seen like a couple of the people that was my first clients and stuff. But he never got to see me like running none of this type of stuff in businesses and
You don't
shooting.
think if he was still alive he wouldn't follow your career? Maybe
Of course.
kind of follow it. And
My dad kind of created my career because like all the film stuff, like he taught me everything I know about film and shit, and pretty much music. Like put me on Al Green, BB King, all that like old school. Like I got the best of all worlds, not just both worlds. Because like
if you were to choose one of those songs from one of those artists that just make you remember your dad, what artist, what song comes to your brain? And it's like, Dad, you know?
I got a few. Probably be like the Thriller song from BB King or something. Then like what is it? Like Al Green, Marvin Gaye type. Well, really, it's pretty much like Al Green, BB King, and like James Brown type shit in there.
So, was he calm like you?
Yeah, he pretty much. I get my demeanor from him.
You get your demeanor from him? Okay. So, did he ever get to see you rap like that? Serious? Like, did he get to see you?
I think so my parents and my sister and her husband, they came to my talent show. I did my first song I recorded. I had did Biggie's Dead Wrong. So like pretty much everybody seen me rap at 15. Like the whole school, all my friends.
Okay, so it was you did a talent show.
Yeah. So it was like they called it recital night because they didn't want to like give away who the winner was. Because if they had a winner, I would have been the winner. They just said it was recital night. Everybody did good. I just did good than some of the other people who did by themselves. But we also, me and my homies, we reenacted a scene from The Wood. So we like did that scene where he grabs the booty, like when they playing basketball. We redid that scene and like had when she bombed on him. That shit was funny.
Did you ever write anything for him for his passing? Have you ever sat down and made a song for him? Is there one created, or have you thought about putting?
No, I just shoot him out. You know, gave him a shout out in the song Rocky Mountain High, like stuff like that.
Rocky Mountain High. Definitely. Okay. And where can we find that? Where can we hear that? Where can we check that out?
Right now, I'm about to drop next week. I'm dropping my song Balance. And then I'm dropping Rocky Mountain High after that the next month. I'm going to drop a mixtape song like probably 2 weeks from now. Like getting into different, because like I've been working on so many other people's albums and everybody else's music that like I just haven't been releasing my music. So I'm just gonna go on a release spree this whole year. Because I just did a distribution deal with Rock Nation. Because I've been on Empire this whole time, but we've been seeing a dispute. Shout out to Limit. The homie Ryan Sales has set up a deal through Ghazi over at Empire, so I have been on Empire for probably the past like 6-7 years through Dr. D.B. Cush's Ponomo imprint, and then it was like Al B's and Terrell Anthony. Shout out to Terrell Anthony, been doing all the movies for Amazon and Netflix. He made a post like a couple weeks ago saying that he never got no checks from being on, and they was like they were the ones getting plaques from our whole collective Colorado Empire deal. Al B's and Terrell Anthony was getting plaques, and they was basically saying they didn't get all their checks, and everybody just kind of feel like it's a little controversy. So pretty sure that show Mile High Minute out here gonna probably do a little story on it or something. They like to talk Colorado Ball TV.
Definitely. So, man, what about your love life?
Right now, I'm single.
You're single, you're ready to mingle, you're ready to pop like some Pringles. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Ladies, contact them 1-800-ANNEX. Everybody out there, tap in. This is SR Broadcast Live coming to you. Your host, your co-host, David Pistols, in live and full effect. We are right here tonight with the great Annex the Truth. Shouts out to Cali Hood Media. We see you, Frank. We see you, Frank. We'll go get her right there. Shouts out to Six Deuce, the founder, the one, the only. I know you got your goons on that side. We've been watching them. We've been seeing them. We see you, Naya. We see you over there. I know his fingers are busy. He's over there on that phone. He's like, he's Street Fightering it up. He's like, I'm promoting right now. Promote. So honestly, I want to ask you about Waved Records and where you stand with them, and let's go ahead and pick at that a little bit.
Okay.
We are having some technical difficulties right now. Check it out. This is your boy David Pistols.
No, they got it back. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
In there, smells like butter. Never that. Okay. Yeah.
Did you see my new kid? I had another son.
Good. I was about to say, dang, what is it? You just becoming like a gremlin. All they got to do is just pour some water on you.
Look at that fool.
Oh, snap. Oh, God.
My kids are scared of him.
For real?
Yeah, it's because he got a big ass head and a big ass neck. He's a little beast, and he don't take no for an answer.
Hell yeah! Gotta let him meet the homie Bobby. Bobby Hill got him a little what is it? The bully?
Yeah, is it a girl?
No, it's a boy named Louis, short
Yeah,
for Lucifer.
he's a smart man. He's a very, very smart man. You know, they say grab a female, you know, but nah, man, you gotta grab a boy. Stud that motherfucker out. What?
Yeah, yeah, you
You
gonna
know what I'm saying? Honestly, do
what?
you mean to tell me? I'm sorry to say this here, but do you mean to tell me that I could just trade my dog right for what, $800? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, homie, you got it over and done with. Like, well, this is the career. We're gonna have a lot of puppies in this world. I mean,
A1 got a girl though. A1 got the girl, Bully.
my little boy over here, he put in the work for the family. For real, he gonna be
I
getting it
put in a
going and
good
stuff.
word. Should make a lot of money from them.
Yeah. And they're amazing, amazing, amazing animals. Like, to be honest with you, brother, like I suggest one of these dogs for somebody that is high with anxiety, you know, definitely if they're not looking for something to just run around crazy and chaotic all day long, you gotta get yourself like an XL bully. You gotta because they're so buff, they're so big that you know what I'm saying, they're already spent. You know, don't get me wrong. They burst out. They burst out, but it's you know, their bursts don't last that long. And
Yeah,
definitely when they're ready to
yeah,
kick
my
back, they
homie
kick
Kills,
back.
he had one. He jumped a 9-foot fence.
9-foot fence.
Yes,
Yeah, that's why my kids are scared of them.
strong, strong.
So let's go back and talk about your dating life. Let's pick that up right now. You said that you're single. Do you have any
Yeah.
do you have any tragic love stories? Anything that you could share with your fans out there, your people that are watching? You know, it's it's something deep. Uh, but definitely we would definitely love to hear that.
I mean, it's not really that deep. I mean, for me, it's just I made that song "Wild Yellow" a
Oh,
couple years back.
you're I can't hear you, my bad. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Hmm.
Hello.
Hold on one second. Yo, 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 can you hear me?
Oh shit!
Oh, I can hear you. I can hear you back there, Naya. I
No,
can
I
hear
can't
you.
hear you.
You can't hear me?
No.
What about now?
Let me hit this little play
What
button.
about now?
I think I can hear you now.
Now?
Yeah, I can hear you
Ooh wee. Oh, they got scared for a second. They got scared for a second. It said everything's going down. It's crashing. Burn. Oh no. Nah, I mean, we still in this. We still in this. Live and full effect. You know what time it is. Shouts out to you, Annex, the True Serum. We enjoying this tonight. We got it going for the culture, for the people, for the hip hop industry out there in Colorado. Let's hear it one time, one time. So
now.
yes.
No, I know what you're saying. So my ex lady, it was her birthday, and I had made her a song when we was in Long Way. So it's like 2018. Her birthday is on 7/11, so I always remember it. And I just made her a song. I called it Wild Yellow because that was her little nickname. So I just made a song about, just how I felt about her. And she just passed away like a year later. So I see what you were saying, talking about a tragedy or whatever.
Yeah, no, definitely. So like every time, every year, July 11th, huh? Every year, huh? It just
Yeah,
recollects with you, huh?
pretty much.
So Where can they find that song at?
It's out on everything, bro.
It's out on all platforms.
Yeah.
Definitely. Is that the one that you have? I want to say a little bit over 10,000 views on Facebook.
I don't know. I'm locked out of my Facebook.
Oh, they kidnapped your
them
Facebook account.
them haters go, hey, I got a lot of music videos to put out on Facebook. It's
So
still up
honestly,
there.
I'm going to ask this because I know that you're a videographer. I know that you've been working in that field for a long time, and you've actually spiraled and superbed throughout all of it. So I'm going to ask you, where is your views? Like, have you calculated all your views together from all the videos that you've shot? And have you just kind of rounded off for yourself in the ballpark on YouTube views and Facebook views? Like, would you say you have over 100,000 views,
Yeah,
half a million, a million?
Probably like a couple 100,000 views between each site. That's more why I've been trying to focusing on me being the product, because you can't really control like the output of other artists if they kind of their output is only three singles or 2 albums. Like continuity and all of that stuff. Like a lot of people don't have that much of a story to tell, which is there's nothing wrong with that, because you got to really think like 50 Cent really only made like 3-4 albums. They're like the most tourable music. Like he has the most successful tour outside of Drake and J. Cole and Kendrick and Kanye West. So for me, I realized that I got more stuff to talk about.
What do you feel about a couple different topics I want to talk? I want to really go over. I want to elevate with you right now. Eminem, Benzino, beef. Right now. Unload the whole clip. Put it in the chest, brother. Let's hear your words. Let's hear your mentality, your mind frame right now. Let's go ahead. Take it from the top to the bottom to the top. And I know that this happened last year. This is one of those articles that came flying in and it blew up the internet, but then it just slowly went away. And now we're forced to face seeing videos of Benzino screaming and crying on the ground. Sorry, Benzino. I had to do it to you, man.
I feel like Benzino's one of those people who are easily memeable. Like, do I feel like Benzino became a better rapper overnight? Nah, I think his daughter linked him up with her ghostwriters, and they pulled a Drake and churned out a hit record with somebody who. It's not that Benzino is a terrible rapper, but I just understand that the way that they now move with the ghostwriters is that they can make anybody a tight rapper, which isn't something to knock because it's less whack rappers. So I can't really be mad that like there's less whack rappers in the world, because there was a time where there was an abundance of whack rappers. Like you can pull them out everywhere. Now people can get on TikTok and just fake it till they make it. And look at Lil Yachty. He's almost 10 years deep into this shit. I don't think he was even trying when he made the first 7, 10, 20 songs he made. He just went in there.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Turn up on a Tuesday.
You damn straight. You gonna go over there and do that shit. They paying me for it?
So honestly, do you think he was insane for trying to go at him?
Nah, because so it was like it's layered. He was wrong because he shouldn't. He wasn't the right messenger for the message. Like if Kendrick Lamar said it at this point right now in his career, then yeah, it would be valid from somebody who can speak on an artist of that caliber. But the dude who's only in the door because he's the owner of the source ain't really the person to tell you about why he has a problem with this person, because it's always going to turn around and look like you hating, even though at the time he was making $30 million a month. So in reality, he was making way more than Eminem ever made at that point in his life.
Yeah.
But like, we didn't know that because we the public. We just seeing the source. We ain't knowing the source is making 30. Each member of the ownership team is making $30 million a month. Like, come on. That's astronomical numbers that we still can never even think about or fathom in our lives. Like, we was really making, like me and you busting down $30 million a month doing a show or owning a film, doing anything. That's a lot of money. So we're not knowing we're supposed to respect Benzino on this level, but like nobody's ever really gonna know all that because you don't really. We're not fans of Benzino, so it's never gonna wash over us that way. Like, the thing he's talking about is cultural appropriation, which is like Eminem can't help it. He's gonna culturally appropriate. He's not from this culture, and like. Learning the difference between like fake and real in Hollywood, like the Hollywood side of it all is that they gotta play up everything so that they sell these records. It's just like Lil Wayne doing the whole I freestyle and he got ghostwriters and he's taking punchlines from famous people all the time, like Jay-Z. I mean,
Speaking of Jay-Z,
you can't get mad as long as the music is good.
well, honestly, I'm going to be dead honest with you. Speaking of Jay-Z, so honestly, let's talk about Puff Daddy and Jay-Z. Let's talk about Beyonce. Let's talk about what's going on with that industry right now. Do you feel like that really overshadows over the hip hop culture and community today?
No, I don't think it overshadows. I think it overshadows them. Honestly, I feel like for the first time ever, it's now a clearing. They call it a changing of the guard. Because like Diddy and Jay-Z are really pretty much, if you want a job being an artist on the East Coast, you got to go through either one of them. So like now,
you know what's insanity right now? You're sitting over here talking, right? And the internet is glitching you right now. So honestly, do you see what I'm saying? It's kind of like really insane. Like it's almost like it's like naturally trying to suppress you from this. So let's keep going.
He's like Hov is in the room. Yeah, he might be. Shit.
It just puts on some Sesame Street in the background and stuff as you're talking. See, it just edits your mic out real quick and puts some Sesame Street. I'm all talking like, hello? Who the fuck is you? It's like Big Bird. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. You see, Jay-Z
how'd you get on this live? How'd you get on here?
He shut the whole thing down. The case is already dismissed, I think.
It's dismissed.
Yeah, because the girl, she had a lot of inconsistencies in her story.
for Puff Daddy?
Nah, for Jay.
For Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he's actually the tip. He's definitely the tip right there. He is Illuminati. He is all the way to the fullest right there. like on some real stuff. You know, if anybody's gonna make it go away that quick and fast, who would it not be? You know, I hate to say that, but it's like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? That man is over there, like you know what I'm saying? At least
I
Puffy
would,
pretended to be thugged out with
if
us,
you
and
would have
you
asked
know what I'm
me
saying, on
this,
his pimp shit. But
if you would have asked me this 2 years ago, I would have told you Diddy was the Illuminati and could make stuff disappear. To me, it looked
to
like
be
sometimes you
honest
they
with you,
favorite and sometimes
uh,
you ain't.
mhm. To be honest, man, they when you're in a large position and you're in a large place and you can control that atmosphere, you tend to veer off and journey off, try to control other atmospheres. And basically, what happens is it spirals down into a ball and you become a tyrant, you know? So, definitely, what it is I can see the fact that these people take advantage completely of multiple cultures, you know, through an industry that they could, you know, get us to digest, you know, and it's just insanity because I don't know. I come from a place where it's like we don't bump the SPMs, you know, because of what he was charged with and what he was affiliated with. You know, we don't bump the South Park Mexicans because of that. Do you see what I'm saying? We stand really firm on our beliefs, you know, and
Well,
it's
we're
just
gonna have to see that because he's about to get out.
yeah, no, definitely.
He might be supported. You don't know. Look at 6ix9ine. Look at
Well,
Gunner.
he could definitely. I don't know. He could. It's just. It's to me. It's really funny. You know, it's not funny, but it's fishy. You know, it smells. It smells. It smells different. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a good different. You know, it's like some of that dirty coochie. Some of that dirty coochie strains. You be like, damn, Shawty, what you doing? Go take a shot, Shawty. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I feel about Gunner though. In this whole era, they kept playing his music like nothing happened. He told on Young Thug and just kept he went on to be the biggest rapper in the world.
And see that's insanity too, because you know, I understand that. Like, look at that guy 6ix9ine. You know, you would think that his career would have just been over and folded, but man, he just marketed off of it.
He
You
just went
know,
to South
so
America. He went to South
so
America, biggest rapper in South American history.
insanity, insanity, and you know,
They don't care.
uh,
They don't care nothing about the street code in South America. They don't care.
they're like, hey, they're like, you guys are from a different distance, you know, and we're from over here. What you sipping on over there, player?
I can't shout out nobody that ain't paying me for that.
Ooh, he's like, here, let me rip the label off the bottle real quick. He just puts his
Oh no,
label out there real quick.
I was looking. I was making sure I turned it. Turned it that way.
I can smell the bottle in your hand right now. I can smell the glass as it's pressing against your palm. I can smell the glass and the inside of the glass. And I can just tell you right now, just off of looking at the color of that beer, that's Modelo right there. You're a good man. You're a very good man. They say you can
I
tell a lot
cannot
about a
confirm
man.
or deny until they write a check.
They say you can tell a lot about a man in the beer he sips, and that's a man's beer right there. You
Already.
you you definitely you have some good traits right there. So besides sipping on the beer, you know, what do you like to drink? If you're gonna go out to the club, Denver, you know, it's a big city. It gets cracking on the weekends. It gets cracking in the weekdays, you know. But let's face it, you're out there, Denver, in the city. It's a Saturday night. Okay. What are you sipping on? I know it's not just a beer.
I probably love tequila every now and again.
See, I personally, I apologize because I've been to a lot of events with you. I've been to your house multiple times for studio sessions, and we've shot multiple videos together. But I've just I've never sat down and asked you that. I've never sat down and asked you, hey, what is your drink of preference? So is it like
I
tequila,
kind
huh?
of,
Like,
I think you kind of already just drink it too. So
here, let's just drink whatever we have in front of us. No.
and really, I don't drink that much, so I really don't. I drink on rare occasion. I just
So okay,
realized,
so
like,
do you go out? Do you go out clubbing? Do you go out partying like that? Do you go hit the town? I
I
mean,
might
I,
go
I
to a
know
bar
you
every
said
now
you're a
and
single
again.
man.
Might go to the bar every now and again, but I'm more of an in the house type person. That's why I'm more of a. I know how to make club records, but I'm like I'm like Tupac, Me Against the World. Most people like All Eyes on Me, Tupac, and I love All Eyes on Me, Tupac, but I'm more of Me Against the World, Tupac. I make get together music. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that you and your homies can play cards to. Like I'm gonna forever be a person that like I'm more of the real friendship, like because like there's people that you hang out with and you only listen to Gunna when you're hanging out with them. And then there's people that you hang out with and you'll listen to more like, you know what I'm saying, more serious artists that like, you know what I'm saying, you can actually get it like a Don Trip. Like if you ever bump Don Trip, like it's just real music, you know what I'm saying? Like not saying Gunna music ain't real, it's just it's more the superficial part of life and like talking about the life part of life.
So, is there anybody out there that really had a helping hand in mentoring you and really helps you today, even?
So for the first half of me doing everything, I had no mentor. Like I basically did everything on my own all the way up until the end of Long Way. And once Long Way had closed back in 2018, I was more so just chilling in my crib and just recording people every once in a while back like kind of like a little revolution, like went back to the beginning where it was just like working a regular job and just recording people here and there, and then just making my singles and just dropping my singles while I was. And then I had got a call from the radio station personality, Dr. DB Kush, because he used to be at the old radio station I used to engineer at, Live Wire Urban Radio. And when he hit me up, I was just like, I think I had just got done recording Sir Devin and people like Man Oso. So it was like the biggest rappers in the state was like I recorded every member of Squizzy except for Trev Rich. And then like Kush hit me up like, yo, I got this song and I was wondering if you could mix this for me. It's with me, A1 and DJ Unk. And I was like, DJ Unk, the rapper? He was like, yeah. He was like, I got a feature from him. And the homie A1, he's supposed to mix it, but he was like, it's been like weeks now. He ain't came through to mix the song. I don't know what he up to. So I pulled it up and I just mixed the song real quick. And then like just ended up having a lot of conversations and I smoke a lot of the 420 friendly and Kush was kind of helped pass the law. Amendment 6, shout out to Amendment 69 or whatever that was. Or what was it, 64? My bad. Amendment 64. So after he chopping it up with him for a little bit, ended up having him as a mentor because I mean he's pretty much done everything. He had his own episode of True Life on MTV. He's been a host of multiple events. He's been a club DJ. He's been a radio DJ at multiple radio stations. He's been podcasting like about 25 years before podcasting was a thing. So somebody who's actually done all this. Plus, he also been doing the PBS and the DC TV and all that stuff since the early '90s and stuff. Because like he was in the army and then just started doing his own. He had one of the first hip hop TV shows, DC TV. He was interviewing people. That's where he first interviewed Tech Nine and stuff. He interviewed Tech when he first came out to Colorado, like in the early 2000s, when he didn't really have the fan base like how he has now. So like now when he see him, he's like, he said that Tech Nine calls him like Pops because like everybody acts like DB's just the older version of Tech because it's just like a hip ass nigga. But now Tech is pretty much up there.
That's Tech Nine's daddy right there. That's Tech Nine's daddy. Let's be real.
There's real talk, like probably like 6-7 years between them in age. Tech Nine kind of getting up there too now.
Yeah, no, amazing, man, amazing. I want to take a second to give a shout out to One Underground TV, Pothead Productions, Cali Hood Media. Let's get it, Frank. We see you. Spilled Records. What's up? Shouts out to you. Shouts out Chica Beauty. You know what it is. You know what time it is. We right here. You know what I'm saying? I want to take this second. I want to give a shout out to each and every one of you out there. Everybody watching, everybody that tuned in tonight, everybody that's going to tune in tomorrow, the next and the next and the next. Thank you so much for following us. Thank you for tuning in tonight with ANNEX, the Truth Serum. One of Colorado's greatest attributes out here. You know, somebody that's been in the industry, somebody that's been a pioneer, somebody that's been there for the roller coasters, somebody that's been through the mud, somebody that's been through the top dollar, top tier, you know, has caught the first class flights, who sat all the way in the back of coach, you know, definitely, man. Shouts out to ANNEX, you know, and everybody out there. Thank you for tuning in tonight. This is such a great, lovely experience. I am your host, co-host, David Pistols. Everybody out there, tap in. Make sure.
You need to get the gunshot on the button.
yeah, no, definitely. That's coming. I leave that for their mentalities. You know, I leave that for their minds. You know, sometimes we got to let them wander and let them, you know, kind of fill in those gaps, you know, but soon we're going to be definitely at that point at that level. And when we are, it's going to be exciting to hear, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be like one of those 90s sitcoms, you know, and it's going to be really cracking. You know, next time we do an interview together, ANNEX, I promise you it's going to be 30,000 times, you know. It's kind of like that first WWE Raw, you know, the first one that they premiered, you know, to the one that they just premiered the other night, man. I believe they had thousands and thousands of people right there. You know, we're sitting over there.
I just watched the old Raw. I watched the old Nation of Domination with The Rock, D-Lo Brown.
No, definitely. That
and one of the old ones and the new ones. Shoot, I still watch the old Breakfast Clubs. The Ray J episode is probably the greatest podcast ever to be shot on film.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go check that one out. Now, usually when you say Ray J, you know, another video comes up in the mind. You know, you start thinking of Kimmy K, and you're like, whoa, bro. He was really packing that down, wasn't he? He was going to town on that. He was like, here, I want all y'all to see this activities and these actions, you know. And basically I personally don't understand how viral that got, and for her family just to be like looking at her normally, like on camera, like, hey, do you want to go out to eat? I would have been like, you know, I'd have been looking at my daughter and I'd have been like, I disown you. We're done here.
Some people value money more.
Well, you gotta have moral, you know. But hey, honestly, definitely, man, definitely. There's a lot of controversy out there. A lot of controversy. It seems like it's on every corner, And let's talk about some of the controversy in Colorado's hip hop scene right now. Why don't these artists like each other? Why is everybody at war? Why does everybody not want to accelerate together? And why does nobody want to be productive in a proper manner? Why? These are questions that I will ask one of Colorado's top engineers.
So when I was younger, all that other rap. So look, like I was trying to explain, like A1 and DB, once you have a mentor, you get perspective on certain things. And it's like they was paying $125 an hour for studio time. That was standard. Really, it started at like $250 and then it went down to $125 an hour. But every artist that you've heard of, Julox, all of these people, they used to pay $125 an hour for studio time. And then like they would be able to press the CD up though, and they could go out and sell the CD for $10, $15, $20. They could do that all the time. Like if you could press up 1 million CDs, you could go out and sell each one for $10, $15, $20. So like it was an incentive for artists that like had some go-getter about themselves. Like people like yourself and me, like we could just get in the car with like 1,000 CDs and sell them all at $10, $20, $15 a pop. And we have $20,000 after we sell all of them. These niggas put their shit on streaming. Them same 10,000 people listen to the song and they don't even get $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
The music industry was destroyed on purpose.
Like honestly, I'm gonna tell all of the artists out there, because I am a lovely, lovely person. I have great knowledge in this industry. So I'm going to do some mathematics for you guys, and I'm going to go let all of you know your best bet is to go grab a box of CDs. Go print your shit up right now, because I'm telling you, CDs are already out. CDs are gone. But you know what? You can push them as memorabilia. You can push them as something that has a last thing of nature right here. This is a last stance right here. This is the last pressed up copy that I will have of this. Do you see what I'm saying? And basically what you can do is you can take those and you spend maybe $200 on a box of 100. Now do the math. You sell them at $5 even a copy. Sell them at $10 a copy. Do the math. Do the math. You guys will make some money. You'll make a profit right there. You can't sit there and say, oh, I can't. Because can't never could, we got to try anything for that dollar, if that means putting in some muscles, putting in some ground game, some footwork, I know ANNEX is one that's never been afraid to put in that ground game or footwork, and he's an amazing artist for that.
I'm building a lot of merchandising things, because so my homie T Wood, he had me shoot his interview that he did for Understream magazine with Tech Nine. He kept his relationship with Tech Nine road manager, Corey Strange, and he had got a sales job for this company called Lumalight, and they were these motion detecting little emblem lights that would put you could put the Nuggets emblem or Broncos logo in it. So he just called them up and let them know about it, and they just bought 45,000 of them just to put the Strange Music logo in their VIP packages. And it's I learned from that little moment, that small things like that go a long way. So the more that you have merchandise for your fan, that's all people really want anyway. So the CD itself, you could put it on a flash drive and put the flash drive in the CD case, and people can really just listen to it off the flash drive, just transfer it on. But they still got the memorabilia of your CD because they can buy that and physically have it.
Yeah.
I bought the Marshall Mathers LP like 3 times.
Shouts out to Tank One, Denver's Most Wanted. Shouts out to you, brother. I see you, partner. I see you, player. You out there doing your thug dizzle. You're doing your dance on them, and I see you out there killing it in that marketing, that promotion game, that promotion scheme. Man, I get it. He's been out here pushing those thumb drives, those flash drives, man. He's been pushing them, brother. And yeah, thank you for putting us on point with that, pointing us in that right direction, because that makes perfect sense right there, Why wouldn't we put the USB drive in an actual CD case and call it a wrap? The people will be able to have it on them and pop it in anywhere, because it seems to me every deck now, you can definitely stream it, but at the same point in time, there's a lot of decks now that you can just pop that USB in and boom, pick it up and start playing it.
Because really, most cars don't even got CD players in it no more. I remember that episode of The Breakfast Club when Charlamagne looked at Angela Yee and said, "Yo, you got a CD player in your car?" She said, "I don't know." And I realized we came that far into the future. We're like, we all got CDs. That's our favorite CDs, and we don't even grab our CDs no more.
What do you think? What do you think about the government disclosing that there's UFOs and that there is alien life forms? Like, what do you think about that? I want to explore your mind on that.
Anything. They haven't shown no alien. They haven't shown nothing. They're just saying this.
So you don't think anything that we've seen on YouTube or the internet is true at all? Like, do you not believe that any of those videos could pertain to be of the supernatural, like of a different entity, from outer space?
I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan ever, but like he said, believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. We ain't seen nothing, so there ain't even nothing to not believe. We ain't seen nothing.
Yeah.
So I already know don't trust the government, so they already lying off top, right when they started talking. I don't believe nothing I hear.
See, there's a lot of insanity in this vibrations. And honestly, for instance, I'll just go ahead. I'm going to break it down like this. There are phenomenals that do impact us on a daily basis.
Oh, no, 100%. I already know that part, but like, they not showing us no phenomenon, so they just making up what they make.
Basically,
I can't watch them because, like, the government, they saying what they saying, but they ain't showing me nothing. So there's
a couple key factors I'm going to run by you. This is just kind of off of experiences right here, and what it comes down to is that one day, and I know you've met my lovely mother. I know you've met her. We've known each other for years. She's like, Nate, I love Nate. She love you.
Very nice lady.
So basically, she comes in from the house from outside one day. She comes inside and she walks up to me and she's like, Brennan. She's like, hey. She's like, I gotta talk to you. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, what? What's going on? And she's like, sketched out. And I'm like looking at her. I'm like, is she tweaking? Like, what the fuck? Is she tweaking? And like, and she's like, I'm like, I know she's not tweaking. My moms don't do drugs. She's a good lady. You know what I'm saying? Lovely lady, And she told me she's like really in a frantic kind of frenzy. And she told me, she's like, I'm freaking out. I saw something, right? Floating above our house, like hovering above the house. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she was like, it was a large object as big as the house floating above the house, but it was silent and it had all kinds of lights on it.
Oh, no, 100%.
And so basically, but check this out. Check this out.
Outside my house right now, it looks like the Jetsons every night flying around in the sky. It's so active.
And then see, like this is the things that bring me to this point that I'm trying to make right here too, is that the other day, so just like the UFO, and you're listening to that, so you're like, did you really see that? Are you sure you saw that? Are you sure, or are you just maybe you're seeing it?
My thing is, I mean, it's 2025, bro. Who says that this ain't just a whole bunch of flying cars and drones?
Yeah, no, that could be very true. But
And I 100% believe in aliens, because I believe that aliens are more than likely just demons. But like,
so
neither here nor there. I don't know if they would really like show themselves to us.
I guess what it is like the other day, and we're gonna go back to the story with my mom's, but the other day she tells me too, she's like, she was having a hard time, and my dad, he too passed away. So I can really relate with you, brother. And that's why I asked you those deep questions right there, because I really want to hear your mind. I care, and here at SR Broadcast, all of our viewers, all of us here, we care about those type of questions. We dig deep, and sometimes we ask things, and it's always good, and it's always up to you if you want to turn down the question and say no, or if you never feel pressured, or
you had asked me beforehand, and then once you started asking me about my ex, like I felt the points where I didn't want to talk about it, and I didn't notice that I wouldn't want to talk about it, but
yeah, and I kind of saw that in your eyes a little bit, and that's why I strayed back away.
It wasn't even not the talking about it. It's just like like it's like I don't want to promo her shit.
Yeah, no, and honestly, that's understandable. So I guess to complete what I was saying, she was having a hard time, and she was in the car, and she basically was like, she was cursing my father. She was cursing him for leaving and everything, and she just felt this hand, and she's like this. She's sitting in the car, and she says she felt this hand on her side right here, like right there, and it like literally she had to look back in the back seat, like she was freaked out and scared, like there was somebody back there. And what it was is that, yeah, that probably was my pops, or that was something, right? But what I'm saying is phenomenals happen all the time, and we look past it. So what I'm getting at is that with everything going on like that, and being able to see those, and taking it from somebody I do trust, I trust that with my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that I don't believe my mother would sit there and lie about. And if she was going loony and crazy, I would catch that. I'd be like, wait a minute, we got to put her in a home. Let's get her in a home right now.
No. When I say to you, 100%, I've been seeing in the sky vehicles that like that size. What you talking about?
So like, that's what I'm really getting down to the nitty gritty. So you're believing that these are actual vehicles that we're already in the new future. It's just we're breaking us into it now more, right?
So like right here outside the studio, we have a little break area where you can just sit and look at the stars. And then when I'm at home, I always look out at the stars. I smoke weed and I look out at the stars, and it's nothing but ships. And it's on because as I've gotten on TikTok and I'm trying to learn the algorithm and stuff now, I watch the videos, and I done fell down a couple rabbit holes. And in these rabbit holes, I've learned that it's the Flintstone theory, the Flintstones and the Jetsons. They said that the theory is the reason why they had the mashup episode with the Flintstones and Jetsons is because there was time traveling. The Flintstones live on the ground, and the Jetsons live in the sky. The Jetsons are the rich people, and the Flintstones are the broke people. And I believe that in real life right now, currently, we're the broke people. And all of the Elon Musks of the world, they live in the sky. They have their houses up there. Their houses are always up there. They don't fall down. They're up there. They can come and park it, but they know how to just float that motherfucker in the air forever.
That's insanity. So you believe that it's pretty much it's elevated. It's evolution to its finest
Yeah, 'cause
degree. Like
all of this, it's out of our pay grade. Like we're talking about people that got 200, 300, 400, 500 billion dollars. They go live how they want to. They tired of living on islands. They tired of living in bunkers. They're tired of living in high rises and condos. In space.
see, they don't like that we're having these type of conversations. You hear that? They're trying
They
to
living in space.
ah
Space.
they on their George Jetsons right there. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh,
That is
they was mad
insanity.
when people that look like me moved down the street in Cherry Creek. You think they ain't gonna be mad if somebody that look like me pull up in space? I'm in a spaceship on Dubs. They're gonna be mad.
ah, he
They,
pull it out. He pull it up to
they
another
want us to
galaxy.
sit
Like,
there
like
and think
I
there's
got some
aliens in
chronic.
the ship. It's people in
He's
the
like, I
damn
got that
ship.
chronic. You know
Homeboys in outer space.
what I'm saying? Hey, you know who's gonna be in the whip with you?
Who?
Naya, you know he gonna be in that motherfucker with you. He gonna be like flying. He gonna be like drive that. That ain't driving.
Actually, actually, the homie that just left with him, our business management, he actually looks like Morty. You gotta pull back the video at the beginning when I did the loop around the room. The homie he looks exactly like Morty.
Yeah, I know you guys have a pretty strong team over there. I know that you guys have a lot going on. I got a chance to chop it up with Bobby Hill personally. I got a chance to work with Naya, you, and you guys are definitely making some noise over there. You know, who are you going to be working with in 2025? What shows do you have coming up? What albums do you have? And definitely, if we could go ahead and close this segment out with maybe hearing some beats from you, or even getting a live acapella, hearing something that we could possibly hear, and just go from there. You know what I'm saying? We have just a few more minutes right now, and unfortunately, we'll have to come back for a round two because I still have a lot of questions about this industry, and I love to, you know, definitely articulate with your mentality and your mind frame as an artist. You know, one artist to another in front of everybody. You know, so
Yep.
definitely.
So, what was the first question? You just asked like a
So
multi
basically, like, what do you have for like beats and stuff like that? Like, what are you going to be releasing this year in 2025, and
So
what
I
artists are you
got
going to be working with?
So right now, I just did a beat for the homie Naya that just left. We did a song with my homegirl Jamie Moe singing the hook. It's a song called LSD. It's featuring King ISO. So if you ain't heard of King ISO, he's one of Tech Nine's new signees. He's out there in strange music. He's been touring, killing the game. Naya had linked up with him because he was doing a string of shows at the Roxy, and he kept like he started pulling his weight as an artist, getting a big fan base. So he was kind of getting high up in the billing ranks right before he got to meet King ISO personally, and ISO just gave the feature. And they knocked the song out.
Yeah, no, definitely. That sounds like it's going to be pure fire, and you produced a beat for it.
Yeah, because
Okay,
Naya
I
had
can't.
originally made a beat for the song, and then he wasn't feeling it. So then I remade the beat, and then I pulled my homegirl Jamie Moe in to sing a hook for him because he kind of wanted to be more like on brand. Because the new version of the song, it kind of made it a brand, so it was like a better mix.
Yeah, no, definitely, definitely. I know that in this industry, forget the masters. If you don't have that mix down properly, it does not matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, proper mixes matter the most in this industry. So I get it, critiquing something like that and going back, multiple sessions, multiple times. You can't go back too many times ever, for something like that. I know King ISO is a large entity. Shouts out to King ISO, definitely, definitely. I know that guy, he wrecks it. He kills it. You know what I'm saying? I love his music, he's good. And I can only imagine what it's going to be like to hear him over one of your instrumentals and, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, to hear even Naya over your instrumental, that's going to be killer alone,
Because I've been working on this. It's been, I like trap music a lot, and I feel like it doesn't have a home on the West Coast, but I've been like making this West Coast type trap music. So that's kind of what that whole song is kind of in the vein of being West Coast trap music. And it helps having somebody like King ISO on it because he's more Midwest, but just like Naya being from Colorado, like even though it's not like, Cali West Coast, it's still West. It's not,
yeah. Everything's West, baby, West.
We might listen to East Coast music or down south. Like Naya's more of a he likes listening to trap music and down south music. Like he kind of raps more West Coast just because of where he's from. Well, he's even from the West Side. So
yeah. So your beat tag is You're the Rabbit.
Yeah, it's my
your
Zodiac.
artist is ANNEX, the True Serum. Yeah. And your entity is 720 Films.
Yeah, it's my company.
Okay. And definitely, man. Definitely. Where can everybody find you? Where can everybody type it in? Go check you out. Follow up on your career. See what you're doing. Peep out where you're at and where you're going. If you get a new shorty, what if these sugar honeys out here is like, hey, I want to see what she looks like. I want to see who ANNEX, the True Serum's hooking up with right now. So basically, where can these people find you? Where can they follow you on a daily basis?
You ain't got to be in her business. You got to let some people be free. You can listen to me on Spotify, iTunes. I think I'm on Deezer.
Deezer, okay.
I've been to Deezer a couple times, but real talk, like if you want updates, always hit my Instagram, and that's always ANNEX True Serum. TikTok is ANNEX720, the number 720 Truth, and then everything else on ANNEX or ANNEX True Serum. But vast majority of all from Spotify, iTunes. I'm a YouTube music user personally. I like using YouTube music.
Make sure you follow me too, brother, man. You already know, David_Pistols. Get at it. Let's link up on TikTok. Let's dominate the industry. Let's dominate the game. There's a lot of engagements on TikTok. Unfortunately, older cats like us, we kind of arrive to the party a little bit late sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But we're never too late, That's
There's no such thing as ever arriving to a party late.
Yeah.
If you got
I don't believe that either. I believe that when you show up, it's like sometimes you get stressed and you're like, man, I should have been there hours ago. But sometimes you show up at the right time in the right place, You
got to realize the biggest artist that I'm working with is A16 The Biz. He has the biggest fan base in Colorado. The last video I shot for him got 4,000 plays just on Facebook alone. That's not even YouTube plays or Instagram. Like, if you got fans,
I understand that it's a lot of work when you're not paying for promotion on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of work to get your Facebook up to par where it needs to be. And anybody that has dominated on Facebook,
invest in yourself, bro. You got to invest in yourself. The second everybody starts investing in themselves, you get to see, because you can't reap the seeds sown by somebody else, because you don't even know what type of seeds they put in the ground. But if you put the seed in the ground, you know what seed is in there, and you know you watered wherever you put that seed. And if you ain't watered it, you can't expect nothing to grow. But if you watered it, you put the right amount of sunshine on it. That's just how things work. That shit is science. And us being musicians, that's alchemy. Alchemy is the most fundamental science. Like, we're magicians. We work with magnets. Microphones and speakers are just magnets.
So what kind of services can you provide for your people? Like, if they come find you, what can you provide for them? What can you give them? What can you do for them if they contact you today?
Well, currently right now here at Wave, we've just got those Blackmagic 4K pocket cinema cameras. We got a full lighting setup with the stream deck, so we can live stream your event like how we're live streaming this right now, but we can do it with the Netflix quality camera. Shot that Avengers Age of Ultron. So if you want to know the quality level, go ahead and YouTube that. And then we can do games, weddings. I'm a photographer. I shoot music videos. We just started doing artist management with the champ Aaron Lopez Savage. We do his merchandise and we help out with the content creation. So if you need to do any content, we'll do your content. We can literally get you like rolling on the ads and all that. We need audio engineering, voiceover work.
So is it safe to say? Is it safe to say in the future we'll be getting some tickets to one of these fights here at SR Broadcast?
Oh yeah, most definitely. The Sparta events are dope.
Will we be able to possibly be able to give a couple of our fans out there a couple free tickets on one of these showcases one night?
So Aaron, after he won the Muay Thai belt a couple months ago, this dude Christian something hopped in the ring, disrespectful, just disrespectful. Hopped in on the champ and challenged him to basically put him in a contention to be a 3-belt holder right now, because the champ is currently holding a Muay Thai belt and what was the other one?
His 225 belts.
Yeah, he has 225-pound Muay Thai belts, and old boy offering him the chance to get his MMA belt. So yes, we can be VIP. Watching the Sparta event.
Watch my boy whoop some ass.
Because Nia got so hyped last time, the security guard wanted to fight him. He was like, "Yo, we got a problem, bro?" It was like, "Come on now, you just trying to fight him. You just trying to fight him because you see my homie whooping your homie's ass." That's what happened. That shit was funny than motherfucker.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. Yeah, we're excited. We're so excited.
With knees straight to the face, elbows. It's fun. It's good.
Give him an elbow. Give him that elbow.
Good time. Oh boy. Ooh-wee.
Nah, man, we're excited. We're so excited to have this interview with you, man.
Sparta Combat League. Yep.
Say that one more time, brother.
Shout out to Sparta Combat League.
Sparta Combat League. Hit him with the elbow. You know what time it is here at SR Broadcast, the Super Righteous. We're out here. We're looking for all the righteous artists. So if you are that artist out there worldwide, baby, tap in with your boy, David Pistols. You can find me at Instagram.com/David_Pistols. You know what time it is. Find me at TikTok there too. You can find me on Facebook under Brandon David. Everybody tap in. You know what it is. Where's all my goonies at? I need all my goonies. You know what I'm saying? Milk money, get us. We gonna go get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get it. So everybody out there, give it up for ANNEX, the true serum one last time. You know, he's been such a great entity tonight to come out on
Oh
this
yeah.
podcast. My
One
brother
second.
from another mother.
I did want this to be known. I got my new single, Balance. It is coming next week. It's going to be on Tuesday. So check me out Tuesday, 5 p.m. Balance. Balance is on the way.
On
Just
the
wanted to
wave.
make sure that was known.
It's on the
Had to make
wave.
sure I was letting that be known.
It's on the wave.
It is on the wave, yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. I see you. I see you, Naya. I see you over there, and I know that you're listening. So I need you to follow my words right now, as you're right there and you're pondering in greatness, and you know you want David Pistols to be something great for you. You want me to do some commercial advertisement for you. I got the vocal cords for you, brother man. I'll definitely serenade the crowd for you at Wave Records, and definitely you might want to think about letting me hit that little Year of the Rabbit tag. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll hit it in a good way for you, Annex. You know what I'm saying? I might just send you a little clip of me and the shorty or something. You know what I'm saying? Let you put that in there. Whoa, Rabbit. Whoa.
They're like one of them old cool cigarette commercials back in the 90s. Pull up in a Corvette, girl on your arm. What's up?
Like they gotta have clothes on. This is fake. It's fake. Nah, motherfucker, it's the 90s. That shit was real. That shit was real.
Yeah, we're all half naked.
You remember seeing the little screen right there where it's all split and broken? It's like, fuck, I ain't got no antenna. I can't pick up this channel. You know what I'm saying? Or this channel, they didn't pay for it on cable. You sitting there looking through the screen, you like, damn.
My brother was a naval officer, so I got that black box we could hook up to the cable. We had all the channels for free. It was
you were a demon child. You were a demon.
It was hacking the fire stick before the fire stick.
I don't want to say too much, but definitely in my day, let's just say I was a bootlegger too.
That's what started me on the road. The cable black boxes, it started me on the road. Once I got that Kaiser and the line wire, it was over.
Yeah, no, honestly, everything hit, you know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing now, you know? Honestly, the best thing I can say about today's industry is that they saved us with the streaming so we don't have to worry about our stuff getting bootlegged. You know what I'm saying? Because now, wherever it's streaming, we're getting a piece of that. We're getting a piece of that. So I need all my artists out there to tap in, and I need all my artists to come.
Me and Naya both have to learn this lesson. This is a lesson me and Naya both learned, and that's where I'm like, I'm just going to go hard on myself about it. Finding money in your account at the end of the year that you wasn't even checking on.
Yep.
So this is on every artist to understand, just like crypto, if you start your own NFT and you dump $10,000 into it, and then you get $10,000 to put $5 into it, you got an NFT that's worth money just like a stock. That's how Tory Lanez made $1 million in 1 second after dropping his album, because his fan base, this person putting 10,000 into it, this person putting 20,000, he put probably a couple 100,000 into it his damn self. So right when it dropped, it was worth millions. In a couple hours, he was already having, because like with doing it this way, other people own the album. His fans owned a piece of the album themselves, and it was worth $50,000 to certain fans. Their portion of the NFT was that valuable. So for us right now, we need to understand that every time you shoot a video, you do like a TikTok, you got somebody doing a dance, you go viral on this website, that's building into the investment of that song. So the more that you invest in your song, the more that shit is worth. The more it's worth, and it's yours, it's yours.
Are we able to hear any beats before we end this segment right now? We would love to hear some beats real quick to close out. Usually I play my intro, my outro by SL Little G, produced by Trinidad's very own SL Little G. Everybody give a shout out to my boy SL Little G. He's a pioneer out here in Southern Colorado. He's been doing things for years, been putting a lot of the homies on, been putting a lot of people on, going hard for the culture. So give a shout out to SL Little G. But definitely, I was wondering if we could hear any beats from you. From the year of the rabbit.
Would have had something loaded up real quick, but
receive that on zero, good too.
you know if you got the next version. That's why I'm like, wish we would have had this
That's
planned out. This little loop I've been working on. It's called Attainable. He's like, yo, look here, the corner. Like, now I want to rap on that shit.
Yeah, nigga. So, boy, Pete from the Midwest, nigga, Detroit, Michigan.
So yeah, no, definitely, definitely, man. I like the production. I like what I'm hearing. Definitely, where can they find the beats at?
I don't go by these rules, homie. Okay. And I've been to jail. That don't threaten me, bro. Trust me.
I made this for Naya. I called it Big Moochie Blake.
Yo, jail. I'm not a. I ain't tripping on jail. I trip on respect. Okay. I'm going to die on the run. There's no going to jail. Ain't nothing you gonna say. You gonna respect me. You gonna respect my line, though.
I'm from the back, rapping round with a cat strap. Should be calling, never holler back. I'm too busy, Taliban the mad gas. Out the mud, yeah, the backtrack. Rolling in my city, trying not to crash. Yeah, cause my bag about to blow like I'm out of Baghdad. Yeah, my bishop Pakistan, and she mad bad. I'm the dude they used to laugh at. Now I'm kicking those like where the cash at. Whoa.
Yeah, no, that's fire. That's pure fire. That's pure fire, brother. Shouts out to you guys over there at Waved Records. You know, shouts out to One Underground TV, Pothead Productions, Frank over there at Cali Hood Media. You know, so definitely shouts out to Spilled Records. Shouts out to Chica Beauty. Shouts out to your homegirl. You know what it is. Shouts out to 720 Films, Waved Records. Okay. You know, shouts out to Year of the Rabbit. Shouts out to ANNEX, the Truth Serum. Everybody out there, give it up for this amazing artist, amazing acrobats. You know, definitely everybody needs to go tap in. You know what season it is. And I'm going to go out and say this. I'm going to go out on a limb right now, and I'm going to tell everybody out there, especially in the Colorado area, Southern Colorado area. I'm the one who invented this shit. I'm the one who said this shit. I'm the one who did this first. So I'm going to tell you first and foremost right now. Are you ready? You know what season it is, baby. Tap in or tap the fuck out. You know what season it is, baby. It's season time. We're right here. You think the game's over? The games ain't over. We still in this motherfucker. We still doing this. SR broadcast in the mix, in the making.
Feel something. Feel something.
Any last words you want to go ahead and give? Give a shout out to moms. Give a shout out to anybody out there. Go ahead
I
and
want
just.
to say with the last song that Naya did not mean to intend to hurt any Middle Eastern people with his rhetoric. I wanted to give a shout out to all my kinsfolk out in the Aurora, Colorado area.
Like, whoa.
I like to give a shout out to all the artists that really put in they all into what they're doing and they craft, no matter where they're at. Because like giving your all, it does matter. People do see the things that you do when you're out here doing the things that you're doing. So don't stop doing it. A lot of people they work hard and they don't notice that, you know what I'm saying, that it compounds. Everything that you do builds on top of itself. Like me deciding to like work off the principle of like being an engineer and a video director because we didn't have those out here when I started. Like I would have just paid. I was into a few different illegal, nefarious activities that could have funded me doing stuff like that at the time when I was at that age. But then I ended up my favorite thing in the world ended up paying me, so I could quit. I didn't even have to do that stuff. So, you know, you might end up running the studio your damn self. You've been doing this shit your damn self for a minute. So, you know, dreams come true, kids. You ain't gotta sell crack. I never sold crack.
And it's out. You know what time it is. Gotta say goodbye. I see you out there. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. You gotta take that joint somewhere else. You gotta go get high somewhere else. You gotta go drink somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Just don't drink and drive, baby. You know what I'm saying? Go to the next one. Go to the next one. Go to the next podcast. But right here,
same bad channel, same bad station.
Uppercut too. Thank you for coming out tonight, brother, man. We salute you right here.
Thanks for having me out.
We're gonna get it, man.
Be easy, brother.